The moment for unity and collaboration has come. Again, the subject of this message I bring to you is the moment for unity and collaboration has come. Today is Tuesday, August the 14th in the year of our Lord, 2018. I am Chris Ano, your communications secretary. Fellow Ambazonians, our revolution finds itself at the crossroad. On the one hand, we are faced with elements both within and without who are bent on bringing the revolution to a precipitated end without the attainment of our most cherished statehood. They are bent on aborting this idea of a free and independent Ambazonia, regardless of the so many souls who have been sacrificed. And the motivation behind this set of people is sheer greed and power. On the other hand, we are blessed with these other elements who remain very upbeat and bent on taking the revolution to its ultimate victory. As you listen to the sound of my voice today, I do not know which side of the river you have chosen to pitch your tent. But to everyone at the crossroad, I come to you to reassure you that we have not gone this far to give it up now. If you do not know that we are actually on the winning side of this war, listen to this. An internal report leaked from a meeting held at the colonial presidency on Monday, August 13, reviews exactly the height of Yaounde's frustration over this war. They are trembling. They are disconcerted over the gains we are making. Gains that will always soon deprive them of victory and authority over our territory. Yaounde is very worried and irritated. They say Anglophones, as they call us, are too powerful and frightful. We are too united and dangerous, they say. Our boys are very coordinated and they are almost invisible. If this war continues for 6 months, they say, Ambazonia will win. Yaounde power elites were also heard observing during the meeting that the breaking of bridges and blocking of roads is the most dangerous action ever taken by Anglophones, as they call us. We cannot pass into their villages again, they lamented. They slow us down and expose us to more attacks. Can we use helicopters? We have only one helicopter left. And what if Anglophones shoot it down? They wondered. Fellow Ambazonians, if you thought French Cameroon is winning this war, you know it is not true. They are trembling at the courage, the bravery, and smartness of our boys. They are trembling at the tactics that our boys are employing to defend homeland. They are trembling that they don't have helicopters. Above all, they are fretting that we are one, or should I say, ground zero is one. We are united, contrary to what they thought from the beginning. In the past, they used Northwest-Southwest divide and conquer to pit us against us. When this war began, they were ready to say to the Southwest to not fight, that it is Northwest people's fight, and for the Northwest to accuse the Southwest people of not fighting. They expected to see schools shut down in the Northwest while in the Southwest schools go on. They expected to see protest rallies and ghost towns in the Northwest, but in the Southwest, motions of support rallies to Paul Biya and business as usual. They expected the Northwest to say they stand for secession and the Southwest to say they want federation or decentralization. All has failed. The market isn't looking good. So that you have hungry people, non-entities and criminals in the likes of Franklin Njume, Patrick Ekema, and former felon Paul Atanganji, trying so desperately to reconstruct and resurrect the old card in schemes such as Graffiti people are the reason for this war. No, sirs, neither Graffiti people, nor Bakwere people, or Manu people, in that matter, are the reason for this war. Slaves and lackeys like you, who labor for the crumbs from your francophone masters and Paul Biya, are the reason for this war. But let me tell you, for you, this war may be a reproach, but for Ambazonians, the war is a gift. The unity on the ground is a testament to this. Brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers on ground zero, my appeal to you is that you continue to stand unshaken by the rhetorics of selfish people like this. They are trying at all costs to either divide you or discourage you. Do not forget, they are working for their bread, not for yours or your children. At the height of their desperation, they are killing your family members and blaming it on restoration forces. Refuse to believe them. They are raping your children and blaming it on the restoration forces. Again, refuse to believe a lie. They are breaking in, looting and killing your neighbors and blaming it on Graffiti people. Refuse to believe the lie. They are breaking into your shops and blaming it on Bakwere youths. Again, refuse to believe the lie. They are arresting people like Patrick Ekema did to Boya chiefs, taking them to the bushes, torturing them, and then asking for hefty sums of ransoms. And they frame up our restoration boys for it. Again, refuse to believe them and stand united for our common goal. They want Bakwere people to pick up arms against Graffiti people, refuse to fall for their plot. They want Graffiti people to hate Bakwere people and Bakwere people to hate Graffiti people. Again, see it as a setup and refuse to fall for the scheme. At this moment in the struggle, unity, again I say unity, undefeatable unity and resolve must remain two assets that we must not allow to be taken from us as a people. Thank God for you on ground zero. In spite of the pressure, you have demonstrated real example in unity. The challenge is now that of the diaspora frontline leaders, and to an extent, the faceless masses using social media space to foment divisiveness. Let me say this. We have such a great opportunity in the All-Ambazonia Consultative Conference coming up this weekend to build such unity and collaboration in the diaspora as exemplified on ground zero. This has been the yearning of millions of us for months. But should you meet or refuse to meet and continue in your brinkmanship, power posturing, and politicking over the blood of the innocent cut down in this war already, Ambazonians will have to cut you down too. This weekend conference will mark the spring and the death of some of the movements and their leaders, depending on their approach to unity and collaboration. For months, You, the leaders, have preached unity and collaboration on social media. Some have even built whole platforms and perhaps careers centered on unity and collaboration. Now the moment has come to bring that commitment to the table in Washington, D.C. Ambazonians are not fools. Ambazonians are staring at you all, and they surely are aware who is for real and who is fake and manipulative. And they will spit you out of existence if your idea of unity was only for a show and pretense on social media. Fellow Ambazonians, every one of you is a stakeholder in this revolution, let's be reminded. This revolution is about the future of your children and grandchildren. Just imagine for a moment, should we fail because of greed and the quest for control and power by individuals? What becomes of the future of those children who have not gone to school for the past 2 years? What becomes of your homes, which have been burned down by French Cameroon terrorist soldiers? We can't afford to lose everything and gain nothing. Shine your eyes now to the effect that leaders who refuse this initiative to build unity and collaboration are once and for all put on the sidelines of this revolution. Obstructionists, opportunists, and lone wolves who want to pursue just their own agenda coming out of this conference must be told by you, the people, that they will have no space for their distraction and derailment going forward. The stakes are high, very, very high. French Cameroon knows what will happen should we come out with a collaboration pact from this conference. They know what it means when the international community sees us speaking the same language or singing the same plan. And this was the interim government's motivation behind this conference. Let us then just show up. Let us then not just show up for the million-man rally. Let's come out to unite. Let's come out to send a message like on Ground Zero that we are one. Let's come out like on September 22nd and October 1st last year to send a message to Paul Biya and those paying for his war that never again shall we ever sit under their annexation and marginalization. Let's come out and send a message to Yaoundé that this war won't be over, not until we have a country of our own. Let's come out and once more remind Yaoundé that if Ambazonia does not exist as a country, French Cameroon will never again exist as a country. And I am appealing to the frontline leaders to lead the way and send even greater hope to all on Ground Zero. For that's all they want. That is all they ask. If you don't do so, if you do not lead, if you refuse to unite, rest assured still that this war will not be lost, but you would have been blotted out of a place in the hero's journal of this revolution. Again, you heard this from Chris Anu, your communications secretary. And thanks for listening today.